COMCAST and Time Warner cable companies force black customers into high price bundles. COMCAST and Time Warner force black customers into high price bundles. Thank you for tuning into the Black Political Buzz. This is Laura speaking. On this brief vlog, I would like to discuss the two of the largest cable company conglomerates in the United States, which are COMCAST, which owns or is affiliated with the NBC or the MSNBC network, and also Time Warner, which is affiliated with CNN in some way. COMCAST, their rates are, in my opinion, more expensive than Time Warner rates. Time Warner primarily serves North Carolina. COMCAST primarily serves the state of Georgia. And in my opinion, COMCAST rates are more expensive than Time Warner's rates are in North Carolina. However, both companies have a similar business attribute in that they both companies, COMCAST and Time Warner both companies appear to force black customers into having to accept high price service bundles. COMCAST more so than Time Warner. COMCAST sales representatives will tell you one thing over the phone. They'll give you one rate or one price over the phone, and then when you go in to get your service or sign up for your service at a COMCAST office in Georgia, it's another story. And COMCAST offers rates based upon the zip codes in Georgia. If a black citizen lives in a poor zip code community or zip code area of Georgia, their rates will be totally different than they are for a citizen who lives in a more wealthier zip code of Georgia. Time Warner is not as stringent in that they don't really charge black customers based upon zip code areas in North Carolina. Nevertheless, black consumers in North Carolina of cable who use Time Warner, they have very few options or alternatives for good cable service other than Time Warner. Many black customers are unfamiliar with sites like Hulu or maybe Netflix, which can offer them, an alternative to COMCAST and Time Warner. There are black customers who know about Netflix and the Red Box, which are like online or online services that customers can use to watch movies or cable shows. Hulu is another alternative. But many black customers have never heard of Hulu. There are black customers who use Netflix, but not many black customers who use Hulu. However, whenever a black customer who is paying for a Wi-Fi service, which is wireless internet, whenever a black customer is paying for wireless internet or Wi-Fi service through COMCAST or through Time Warner and COMCAST will limit the number of gigabytes that black customer can use to utilize Hulu or Netflix, which then they are limited in the amount of online viewing through Hulu and Netflix. So unless that black customer pays a higher rate for more gigabytes usage or more data usage on the COMCAST network or the Time Warner network, they can't use Hulu or Netflix. So then they must resort to purchasing more cable service from COMCAST and Time Warner. In my opinion, that makes COMCAST and Time Warner a monopoly. Now, I thought that monopolies were illegal in in the USA. I thought that monopolies were illegal in the USA. Maybe I'm wrong. But it appears as if Comcast and Time Warner are monopolies. Comcast more so. Does Congress know about this? Does Congress care? Or is Comcast paying big lobbying fees or lobbying donations to Congress so that they can continue to function as they do? Charging black customers different rates based upon zip code, limiting the amount of gigabytes black customers can use so they can for services like Hulu and Netflix. And Time Warner, does Time Warner have a lobbyist that's paying off senators, paying off Congress people, like Comcast is doing? Probably. I'm alleging. So that Time Warner can also function as a monopoly like Comcast. I say that black customers should stop purchasing cable. I encourage black customers to stop purchasing cable service until Comcast and Time Warner stop discriminating against black customers, especially for Wi-Fi or wireless internet. So I'm encouraging black customers to urge Comcast and Time Warner to practice fair business practices, to utilize fair business practices and not look at the color of someone's skin or someone's zip code and how they charge for their services, especially Wi-Fi. And I'm encouraging black customers to look at an alternative to Comcast and Time Warner. Google Fiber is putting out services now. Google Fiber. Look at Google Fiber. Black customers, look into Google Fiber. Don't keep allowing Comcast and Time Warner to suck you dry. All because they want you to buy their cable. If you choose to not use their cable and choose to use Hulu or Netflix, then they want to raise your rates. Black customers, stop letting them do it. Urge Congress to stop allowing Comcast and Time Warner to be a monopoly. Urge Congress to break up Comcast and Time Warner. I repeat, black customers, call your Congress members and urge Congress to break up Comcast and Time Warner. And consider Google Fiber as your alternative to wireless internet in your region. Thank you for tuning into the Black Political Network. This to the Black Political Buzz Network, and this is Laura speaking. Goodbye.